Hello, good evening. Thanks for tuning in. I just want to take the time to say thanks for getting on this call. The reason you are here is because Miranda loves and cares about you very much. And I hope that you brought pen and paper or keep a note in your phone. Time is precious to us. We know it's something that you can't get back. So I appreciate you even taking 20 minutes out of your busy weekend just to hear some things that we're excited about. I know I'm excited, and I know Miranda's excited to share with you. So I ask you to just take a few minutes, take a listen, but keep your mind open to the idea of hope and the idea of possibility beyond what you maybe originally had thought. And when I say that, I mean possibility is endless. We've never been in a time like this in our world where we're in such a time of the unknown where the government, medicine, alternative therapies, work life, home life, families, we have no idea what's coming next. So we have to be ahead of the gauntlet, if you will. And I'm very excited and happy that I partnered with something that helps me build a true legacy to leave behind in this world. And my what if plan is bulletproof because I was able to partner with a company like Q Sciences. So before we get into all the crazy details, I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. My name's Shelby Wiegand. This is my family here. I'm a bronze ambassador with the company, and I'll explain what that means down the road in a few moments. I am a registered nurse by trade. I've worked in healthcare for 15 years, hospitals, nursing homes, home care. I come from a family in the medical field. My mother and mother-in-law are both nurses, so we're very medical and science heavy around here. And I really have loved being a nurse and being in the medical field for the last several years. One thing that I always noticed and saw was that healthcare as a whole is not focused on overall wellness. We have a focus, especially in the United States, for disease management, but not necessarily geared towards wellness. For example, you go to the doctor and maybe you have abdominal pain, so they'll prescribe you something for that. And then a little while later, you're on this medication and it causes side effects and issues. So your physician may prescribe you something to counteract those side effects. And then the next thing you know, your blood pressure's up. So you're on something. And before you know it, it snowballs into 20 medications where maybe you only needed 2 or 3. So this opportunity was attractive to me from a science perspective as well as a business aspect, and you'll see why here in a few moments. But more than anything else, what brought me here was a product. I was once a very high strung, on the edge of my seat, going a million miles a minute person who doesn't believe in the use of anxiety medication to manage it because I don't like the way that it makes me feel. Not to say that it doesn't work. I've seen it work for people, but I've tried all the different alternatives. So when my sister came to me and said, I want you to try this hemp oil, my first thought was, I cannot take marijuana. Like, I can't have marijuana in my system. So I was very happy to see that the products here where the hemp is concerned have no THC, and we'll talk about that. And there's a way that you can check on every single bottle to make sure that what you're getting is what we say you're getting. So that's a seal of approval from anyone in the medical field. But I immediately realized that if I needed this, so many other folks out there needed this as well, and that I could touch so many people out there with great products to help improve their wellness as well as their finances, because financial illness is a real thing. And I think we've all seen at least a small piece of that in not knowing whether we were going to have a job to go to tomorrow or what that role was going to look like tomorrow in light of the pandemic that has swept our nation. I had a great job as a full-time registered nurse doing hospice, but I wasn't owning my time. I was working 60, 70 hours a week. And picking this up, I was able to gain momentum and success because we have the products and services that people want right now and the community and human connection that people desire. So I was able to move to a career where I only work 2 days a week. So I have more time freedom. I earn money doing this. The products are fabulous. So it really met me in several areas of my life. Not to say that, my story is obviously not cookie cutter. Every single person is different. I know people in our particular team who have made this a full-time career. I love being a nurse, so I'm always going to have nursing under my belt and work at least 1 day a week at it. But I have friends that I'm connected with in this company that have taken it by storm and are, doing this full-time, and you do have the ability to earn whatever you'd like to here. You just have to keep an open mind, like I was saying. So it all starts by having the right company. And these gentlemen, I owe a great deal of my success to, because I wasn't someone that wanted to sell things. Like I said, I believe in science, medicine, and that's what I've known all of my career. But because I came here without knowing anything, the president and CEO and founder of the company have built systems that teach you exactly how to do this, either as a business or to be a customer from the day you join, and they help meet you exactly where you're at. So this company actually started in traditional doctor's offices and alternative medicine offices. When Jake Spencer, this young man right here, entered the company, he decided that our products needed to be in the hands of everyone, though they are medical grade. And we've rapidly expanded to a growth of over 700% since he has been in the driver's seat, driving the leadership here. He's really revolutionized the marketing and social selling and shopping industry. You guys social sell to people all the time, and you don't even realize it, especially right now with social media. Everyone's all in their news feed saying, oh my gosh, where did you get those shoes? Hey, I love your eyelash extensions. Where do I get that great mascara from? Oh, those clothes are so pretty. Can I get a code for your Stitch Fix? We're all social selling. And Jake Spencer has put behind the gauntlet the idea of having an e-commerce store so that you're not handling shipping, manufacturing, customer service. The company handles all of that. And we have the cutting edge technology and products. And we owe that piece to this guy right here. He is my favorite person in all of Q Sciences. He's our chief science officer. I always like to mention right here that he was the first employee outside of the CEO at our company. You see a lot of companies out there focusing on gut health and brain health and symptom control and weight management, but they are just now hiring physicians and homeopaths to look at their ingredients, test their ingredients, and see if they're safe. And he has been around with us since the company was born. He, before coming to us, has quite the record. He is a homeopathic doctor and had a practice for many, many years, and also was the chief editor at WebMD, which is the website that a lot of people, if you type something into Google health related, it pulls up a WebMD so that you can see what your symptoms are in plain English, how to treat them, and what to do. And one thing that he says when he came to this company was that he noticed that there were a certain number of things that Americans specifically were complaining about that traditional pharmaceuticals didn't address, and that were always a problem throughout his practice. Things like, just chronic illnesses and the leftover effects of them, sleep issues, inflammatory issues, stress, weight management, energy, focus, brain health, clarity, mental fog. And so he decided that he wanted to create a product line, not just that was all natural, that would speak to all ages, but that worked synergistically. What that means is that you could go to the Q Sciences website and pick out any number of products by themselves or together, and they won't interact. In the beginning, I talked about polypharmacy, where if you take one medication, it usually creates a side effect that you need another medication to counteract. With natural products, it's not that way. Especially here, we ensure that they work synergistically, and if they're not top-notch, they don't make the cut. He believes that he impresses me to no end. He believes science doesn't stand still. We don't use the Zach Morris cell phones from Saved by the Bell from 20, 30 years ago. So why would you use supplements and products and services from 20, 30 years ago? Science, technology, and medicine keep raising the bar. So we need to keep doing the same, which is why I love that he's behind the science of our products. This is a new slide that was just added to our presentation, which I love. It's got all the flags. These are all of the countries that we are in, 17 markets right now and continually merging. So if you know anyone overseas, now is the time to jump, get both feet in the boat and come do this with us, because your friend in the UK could be one of the founding members of that market, which is a pretty huge deal. So the thing I love most about the product line is that there's something here for everyone, male or female, big or small, no matter what sort of diagnoses, comorbidities, or issues you have, 2 years old or 82 years old, you can find something to help add quality and value to your life. And I think that personally for me, like adding quality and value to my life is priceless. You cannot put a price on feeling good when I wake up, having energy, mental clarity to get through my day and do the things that I need to do with my children, getting good rest at night, having my joints not ache, feeling like I'm not going to lose my mind on my 11-year-old when she brings me her homework for the 13th time that I can't even understand because the math is so hard now. But that's what I love. Like there's something for the 30-somethings, there's something for the 10-year-olds, there's something for the 80-somethings. And it starts with our core foundational product. You'll see that bag there, that black bag that says Q Core. Q Core is a 3-part system that I think as a registered nurse, and Dr. K would tell you this too, should be in every single household. Today's world, it's not a question of whether you should or shouldn't supplement. It's a question of, do you know what's in your supplements? Our products are ID tested, meaning we know exactly what is in every single ingredient. So we have that promise when we put it on the label, we know what we say is in it. They are good quality products. What I love about the vitamin pack, this Q Core for optimal health, there's an AM pack and a PM pack. So you don't have to carry like those little pill packs around with you. For my husband, that's super convenient, and he's a caveman, but he loves the supplements, and he will tell you, I can't run out, and I notice a difference in how I feel. There's a micronutrient multivitamin in there that has 34 clinical studies alone just on that one product. And those studies are done by places like Harvard and the Mayo Clinic that were non-paid because they were interested in how it worked in mental health. This product actually gets into your brain and helps turn off the switches that cause symptoms in common mental health diagnoses like just severe anxiety and depression. And if that interests you, if you're sciencey like me, I have the booklet of studies and I can show them to you. Or if there's a certain mental health or neuromuscular diagnoses that you have that maybe you want to see this product could help, I would love to talk more and get all sciencey and crazy with you because that's my personal forte. The second part of the product in the Q Core is our biotic. A healthy gut is second to your healthy brain. It affects all sorts of different things, including your immunity, which is super duper important right now. We're not getting our good herd immunity that we need by being exposed and being around people and having our kids go in and out of school into all these public places. So you need to protect yourself in every way that you can, and getting a good biotic means everything right now. So that product is amazing. You can bake with it. It's temp stable. You can open the capsules and put them in your muffins if you'd like. So there's a lot you can do with a good healthy gut, and you'll notice that you'll feel better as well. The third part of our Q Core multi-supplement pack is the Q Align. I don't know, most people don't even know this, and it shocks me, but inflammation overall is the #1 cause of disease and disorder. And I always say this because I believe in it. You will either invest in your health today or pay for your dysfunction and poorly regulated health later. And we see that in our aging population right now. Did you know that the body is made to live 100 years, but people don't live 100 years. They live, the average lifetime expectancy right now is 75. That's sad. That's because your grandparents were cooking with lard. They were smoking like chimneys and drinking their weight in alcohol from the time they were 9 years old. They weren't getting good food. You know, they just weren't doing all the things. Now that we have things here to replace our nutritional gaps, we need to take a hold of those and reduce our inflammation. So the Align supplement has lots of great ingredients in it that I can talk to you more about if that interests you, but it definitely does decrease inflammation down to a cellular level. So whether you're someone who has stiff, achy joints, or if you just have a puffy face like I used to, it's really decreased the inflammation in my face and in my waist, and helps with like the stiffness in the shoulders for me. So that's our Q Core Pack. I love it. Now, down at the bottom on the right, you'll see that Kids Core. The company just released a product that is exclusive for kids ages 1 to 13. That micronutrient that I talked about with the 34 clinical studies, that's what it is. It's in the Kids Core in a small scooper powder format that they can add to their water in 2 separate flavors. But how amazing is that you don't have to make your kids choke down it, because I was making them take the adult Q Core before, where I'd open the capsules and put it in a bite of yogurt, and it worked so well, and they would notice such a difference that they would choke it down because they knew they needed it. So it's so great to know that we're able to offer them that nutrition. The last thing I want to say before I move on, because I could talk about nutritional gaps for days, is that you don't realize it, but we are missing the boat where nutrition is concerned. In the world today, we're just an evolving population. We're all about instant gratification of food. So we inject the chickens and the beef with all these different hormones and steroids and all these things that weren't meant to be there. They don't come from the earth, and they're affecting our children, our hearts, our brains, our health overall. Obesity is at an all-time high. Childhood obesity is an all-time high. Mental health issues, all-time high. You didn't hear your grandparents talking about ADHD and putting your kids on these crazy meds because it wasn't a problem, because they weren't doing it to our soil or our food. So there couldn't be a better time to get good nutritional support, because even if you ate 8 oranges today, that's what you'd need to eat to equal 1 orange from 1981. So that's a really interesting fact for you. We have a whole weight loss line, which I'm going to talk about in just a moment, the full spectrum hemp line, and our oral sprays. So this is our QFit weight loss supplement line. This is something that I'm very passionate about. Those are actually before and after pictures of me on the bottom left. And I'm someone who lives a very busy lifestyle. I didn't want to make, when I started this system, when I got those results, I didn't want to go and buy 7 cartfuls of vegetables and start working out 5 days a week and drink a gallon of water every day. I just wanted to see what the results were from taking the products, drinking a little bit of water, and making sure that I ate 3 meals a day. Those are my results. Now, one thing I want to point out to you is the shape difference. On the left, I look like a box. On the right, you can see I'm starting to have a figure, and most of that is from that Align. So the 2 main products that we recommend for people in the weight loss line are the Trim. It's a fat burner and carb blocker that boosts your metabolism and gives you energy. It's an amazing product. And then the Align, which, as I said a couple slides ago, is also part of the vitamin supplement line. So the Align will get in there and reduce that visceral fat and inflammation that, as you can tell, was overtaking my waistline, and I was able to gain more of a shape. You can pair it with the weight loss meal replacement shakes. Fun fact, those meal replacement shakes have a full dose of the multivitamin already in them, so it's like bang for your buck. And we just released a special holiday flavor called Pumpkin Cookie that's available for a special price and time. They're going to sell out though. Like, I know they're going to sell out by tomorrow. So if you're interested in that, make sure you talk to Miranda today. And then you can also pair the weight loss products with our energy drinks. The energy drinks are all natural. They're flippin' amazing. We have Q Sport, which is pressed chia oil. And that's what gives you the caffeine and energy. We have one that tastes like Starburst. It's called Dragonberry Sport. And then one that's grape key lime. I use them as a pre-workout, but it's like drinking 2 cups of coffee right away without the high or the low. Then we have a focus drink that you can pair it with too. Those are whole chia seeds that are going to give you all the magnesium, fiber, omegas, plus the energy and mental focus. It's a little bit longer lasting. But as you can see, the guy up on the top right, he made a total body transformation. He was hitting the gym. He was doing the meal plans, the recipes, the workouts, their shopping lists, plugging into the community. It's all online on our QFit website. You can actually access this website without even buying the products. How cool is that, that we want to share all of our success and tools and tips that we have with you and walk you every step of the way? I show both before and afters because I think it's important to know that this company, these products, this lifestyle meets you where you are. They didn't expect me to jump in, and I still got results. I still ate pizza. I still did things that maybe weren't the best weight loss decisions, but I got results. Then if you take it all the way to the mailbox, you can get results like the gentleman up on the right. So I think that's really cool to know. And we always do QFit challenges within the company. They just hired 2 new trainers that are going to be launching and leading a whole new fitness sector. And it's a really exciting time. My mom has lost almost 80 pounds with these products. So definitely lots of great stories and success where QFit is concerned. And it's all really good, clean, natural ingredients too. So if you want to talk more ingredients, definitely have, Miranda get you with me because I'd love to tell you more. This slide talks about probably my second favorite piece of products in our line. These are our oral sprays, problem and solution oriented. I'm surprised I don't have one laying here. Oh, it's way over there. Favorite thing about them, they're portable. They're easy. Everybody wants them, especially your children. My kids, I can't even keep the sleep spray. Like, I have to get to the mailbox before they see it because they will confiscate it and take it and put it in their rooms. They love them so much. So we have a relief spray that's really for like chronic discomforts, aches and pains. There's a vitamin D3 spray. Just so you know, anyone in Michigan is vitamin D deficient. We live too far from the equator to get the amount of full sun that we need. I guarantee if you had your blood drawn today, your D level would probably be low. Mine always is, unless I'm on these sprays. So the vitamin D spray. We have a boost spray that will help with metabolism, appetite, and cravings. Little weight loss support for you. I love that one. I work 12-hour shifts, so I'll keep it in my pocket if I'm starting to get hangry, but I can't eat for a little bit, and it kind of wards off that I want to bite you, that I get. Anyway, and then the C spray, the C plus spray is my number 2 favorite. Fun fact, vitamin C, zinc, all of those natural elderberry, things like that are really hard to get your hands on right now in mass quantities and of right quality because of the pandemic. This spray right here they're all less than $20 a piece. That vitamin C spray has vitamin C, zinc, and lysine. The 3 of those together are like a powerhouse to decrease your chances of getting sick, of getting a virus. So you bet your butt, both of my kids, 11 and 13, with their nasty, snotty noses and non-washing hands, they each have one as well. And then my 2 favorites are the B12. This is a fully methylated vitamin B12. If you don't know what that means or are interested, write it down and I'll talk to you about it later if you want to know. But it basically means that it is converted into the most simple, useful form of vitamin B in your body so that you can absorb it. This vitamin B12 spray is like going to the doctor and getting an injection that works the best. That's the number 1 way of getting your B12. And then the number 1 spray of all, the best spray in the whole entire world, is the sleep spray. We couldn't live without it. All 4 people in my home use it. You can give it to kids of all ages. Taryn Sarconi on our team, she's been giving it to her baby since she was, a year old. You spray it under the tongue. It does have a little bit of melatonin in it, not very much though, but it'll help you get to sleep, stay asleep, and not feel the hangover feeling in the morning. So value, definitely. So if you're wondering about full spectrum hemp, I want to say this. Not all hemp is created equal, and hemp does not mean marijuana by any means necessary. Are hemp and CBD the same thing? That's a question I get a lot because you'll drive by the tanning salon, the gas station, the smoke shop, the mall, the pet store, hemp, CBD, all these products are everywhere. The dispensary. And people want to know, well, what makes yours so good? What makes it better than the next thing? Like, why can't I just go to the gas station and pay $20? If you've ever bought one of those gas station oils and you still have it, I want you to do an experiment. I want you to get a glass of water in a glass and take your dropper and put a drop in a glass of water. And what you'll notice is pretty much 99% of the stuff that's being circulated around right now, the oil itself will separate. It'll come to the top of the cup of water, like when you put olive oil in water, because oil and water don't mix. And that is how you know that it's a very poorly quality product, that is not refined, that is not water soluble, meaning you're only going to absorb about 5% of it. And that's most of what is out there today. I was one of those people who was very poorly educated, even as a registered nurse. People just haven't talked about it. We're just now starting to talk about and study it because it was just recently made legal in the last couple of years to have hemp. So hemp and marijuana are totally, totally different. Marijuana has THC, hemp does not. If there's any THC in the plants, which are tested 3 times before bottled, they just chop it down and start over. How do I know that? Well, every product that we have hemp in at Q Sciences comes with this little QR code on the bottle right here. You just scan that baby with your phone and it takes you right to a batch test. Not a batch test of all of the hemp, but from this particular bottle. So it shows me that a third-party company, certified engineer, looked at it, and it gives you the complete breakdown. And it shows you that there's no THC, so I can pass a drug test, shows me how much CBD, which there is CBD in it, and it also shows all of the other different cannabinoids to give it a full panel and make it full spectrum hemp. So those things are something I like to mention because it's really, really important. And most of what is out there, it doesn't even say what is on the bottle. So there's a couple different ways you can take hemp. This is my favorite hemp product. It's the Q Fuse Silver. It's hemp infused with silver. Silver is really great antimicrobial, antifungal. It can also help boost your immunity, and it kills pathogens or assassins in your body, like on contact. So for me, it's bang for my buck. I get, a little bit of calming, a little bit of immune health there. We also have regular hemp oil. We have a hemp oil for pets that's a very nice refined blend. Any pet with a spine can benefit from full spectrum hemp. We have a rest hemp that is double strength and includes sleep herbs to help you sleep. No melatonin in that one for the people who don't do melatonin. Our topical creams here, we have the Renew, which is a lemongrass. It's more of a deeper penetrating for chronic aches. Or the Excel, which is better for muscle recovery, tenseness, and it has that icy hot feel. And then the roller balls. The roll-ons are my favorite. The Renew roller ball is triple strength of the cream. It penetrates very deeply and you can feel it. It is immediate relief. The Defend is for immune support, and the Relax does exactly what it says. It helps you chill out. So hemp is a booming market. As I said, it's something that is fairly new to the industry, but we know that it is from the ground. It is natural medicine that is going to help change the world. It's not a fad. It's not a pill, powder, lotion, or wrap that's here today and gone tomorrow. It actually used to be a part of our livestock feed until it was outlawed in the 1920s. We used to get it in our food, like in our beef, in all the different things we would eat that came from animals, and in our dairy products. But when they outlawed it, they stopped putting hemp in the feed, so we didn't get it. So our brains are actually depleted of hemp and want the hemp. And so Rolling Stone, Market Watch, all of these important big companies are saying that hemp is going to be, now it's projected to grow 700% by 2023 and far surpass a $20 billion industry. When I saw this, I joined right when the hemp launched at the end of 2018. When I saw this, I thought, oh my gosh, this is like when Amazon launched, or what would you give to be someone who invested in something like Amazon or Google or just the World Wide Web, a novel thing that is truly going to be here to stay, and you were able to get on before the rocket ship really launched. That's exactly what we have here, like being in the right place at the right time. Could never be more true. Couple different ways that you can partner, and we're going to dig into it a little bit. The first way is by helping Miranda build a story and also building a story for yourself. The products work. I'll tell you that right now. I've not tried one thing that doesn't work, and I've never had a customer or ambassador tell me that something doesn't work. And I've been doing this for 2 years. So you can become a preferred customer for $10. That's the $10 preferred customer fee. And that gets you the same pricing as Miranda and I get as ambassadors. And there are reward points that you earn if you want to set up your products on auto ship. And then you get to earn free products. Like I got 2 of those brain health vitamins for free last month just by keeping the vitamins on auto ship. So that's really cool. Or you can partner and be an ambassador. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Why would I want to be an ambassador? Why would I want to do this as a business? I don't know. And I thought the same thing. I don't know how to run a business. I don't know anything about a business. Number one, the uncertainty of the times. You have no idea what's coming around the bend. And I'm so glad that I had this extra cushion being a bronze ambassador. I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. But just being able to socially sell and be in a space where businesses are shutting down, Toys R Us, Sears, Kmart, Penny's, huge retailers of the world that we've all known and trusted our whole life are either going completely belly up or going e-commerce. And we already have this platform created for you. And then the training, the help that you will get. If you would have told me that I would be making $2,000 a month doing this while having a full-time job, a husband, and 2 children, I would have told you you were crazy. But I was able to do it because I had no idea what I was doing. And I was plugged into a system with great leaders that showed me and have still hold my hand today every single step of the way and help make me successful. We don't just sign you up and say, okay, we'll see you when you start making some money, girl. Like we will help you every step of the way because we believe that, you know, we can help you create generational health and wealth for you and your family. And that's what we're here to do. So it's $40 to join the business. I've never heard of a business that you can join for $40. Most businesses are 80 to 100,000 just to start. And then you're looking at a couple years before you get a return. Look at today. If you would have decided 6 months ago, well, maybe that's not a great, 18 months ago to buy a small business, a winery or something. How's your winery today? You know what I mean? It's terrible, I'm sure. And it's because of the pandemic. And it's sad to say it, but if you didn't own a space in the online business and you were a small business owner, you're either in a lot more debt than when this pandemic started, or you're pretty close to being done. So the work is done for you. The leaders and people are here to help you. And there's so much wealth at the table to be had yet. This is still a ground floor opportunity. The compensation plan, nobody's even maxed it out yet. There's not even someone that's gone all the way through it and made all the money. So that's really, really cool. And so there's so much that you get. You get your own website, you get a state-of-the-art app. This is something, if you're non-medical, that's really cool because we don't want you to be the expert. We don't want you to know all the things. You get an app where if Miranda's out in the grocery store and she sees someone who she knows or knows this could bless, she says, hey, let me get your contact information really quick. I'm going to share something with you that I think you would like to take a look at. And she can get into our app and send all of the documentation on all of those products. The only reason I know it so well is because the science attracts my heart and mind. But a lot of people could not spit out the things that I did scientifically, and they're making way more money than me doing this. It's just my personal passion. It helps feed that part of my soul. And as you can see, there's a great way to earn customer commissions here, as well as climbing the ranks. Now, right here where I'm at, this is bronze. I make $1,700 every single month, so long as I hit my numbers. It's not a guessing game, and I'm going to show you what that looks like in a second. I do X, Y, and Z. I know that's going to be my income every month. There's no averages or guessing. I got a $2,500 bonus when I hit that, like a one-time payment of $2,500. That was crazy and life-changing. And then they also pay $200 towards any debt of my choice. So the company has this program called FFM, or the Financial Freedom Movement, where once you get to a certain place, they'll start paying debts on your behalf, or you can put it into a retirement savings plan. Now, most companies like this, most marketing companies, once you get to a certain level, they'll put you in a new car and pay the note on the car or part of it. But if you can't maintain that level, you're belly up and you still have that payment of to the tune of, $800 in your name, and now you're just broke on a higher level. That's a lot of how marketing gets a bad rap. We don't do that here. From the day you say yes, you're partnered with a financial coach to help get your financial household in order. They'll help you work through your portfolio and set a savings plan you can stick to. This company helped me go from being someone who was a foreclosed homeowner, renting, paying over $1,000 a month, to home my family of 4. We now own a home again. We have no more debts. The only debt that I have is my student loan debt, and my vehicle's almost paid off that I owed over $20,000 on with their help. They truly believe in not being about hype, but helping you get better and getting you to a better place in your life, just not be broke on a higher level. Like I said, I never would have looked at an opportunity like this if my sister hadn't brought it to me. That's probably why I said yes, but I'm so glad I did, because it got me out of my comfort zone. That's the president of the company there with me when he came to one of our little Podunk, Michigan events. He comes down to the field to us all the time. That's something else I like to highlight about this, because a lot of companies don't do that. They don't pour into you. You don't get FaceTime. You don't get to talk to the top earners, leaders, owners, and these folks do that here. Once you get to a certain level, they fly you to the corporate offices. I've already been there multiple times, free, paid for by them. They train you, they pour into you, and help you make the most out of your business and the other parts of your life, your faith, your family, your fitness, your friendships. They believe in all encompassing that. This on the left is me accepting a trophy on stage and speaking about how the company has impacted my life. What a true honor it was. And I would have never saw myself doing something like this. I thought I was going to be like a tiny grain of sand in one of those companies, It's not like that at all. They know my name. There are thousands of ambassadors. They know who you are, they know your story, and they care about you. And the one on the bottom right is just some of our team when we got together last winter for a convention. And this is where community comes in. I was starving for good quality friends that were actually good quality friends. The friends you grow up with in all cases aren't always the people that you grow old with. And that was me. I had to grow away from the people that I was connected to at a young age because we just took different paths. And this put me in connection with people that I know I'll be connected to for life because they're good quality, visionary, honest folk that I love doing life with. And the financial freedom I talked about. So this is our comp plan. I just like to talk about how it's one page. There's no booklet, no terms that go with it. It's literally 4 ways of pay. The top box is based off of your customer sales. However much you sell, you get a certain percentage of. Then we get down into building a team. You got a couple people to join you to do this, and you unlock that compensation plan. Now, this part in yellow that I've highlighted, this is what we call monthly income. This is when I like to look at someone interested and say, what number could change your life? When I started, for me, I was like, I'll be happy to get $250 a month. I got that in less than 10 days. It just mattered. Like the one thing that matters is, do you want it and are you coachable? If you are those things and you have the $40 to do this, why not try it? What's the worst thing that possibly happens? You're out the $40 and you didn't build $1 million business. I guarantee you'll build friendships, mental health, strength in your faith, in your fitness, and all of the areas of your life. So right here, the monthly income, $1,700, that's the bronze where I'm at. My closest upline leader, Taryn, she's making $15,000 right now a month, pushing for 25. She's like this close. We have people in our organization, on our personally sponsored team, that's how ground floor it is, that are making Blue Diamond, $90,000 a month. A month. That's insane, but it's real and it's not fake. And I know it's real because I get the payments every single month on my card and I still can't believe it after all this time. Way number 3 is promotional bonuses. Every time you hit a new rank or get to a new level, they pay you a bonus. The first 3, they'll pay out weekly. You just have to do it in your first month of being with us. And you get the month you join in and the following month. And we make it our goal to set up a 90-day business plan for you to make sure that we can help you hit those bonuses if you want them. Because what could $500 do for you right before Christmas? I joined this company right before Christmas, and I got that $500 bonus on December 18th. And if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have, we wouldn't have had a Christmas. So I'm just very passionate about knowing that this company cares about investing in you, and they'll do it weekly if you can run with hustle and good heart. And then the 4th way over here is the financial freedom movement. Once you get to the level of elite, which is about 45 orders total across your whole business, which sounds like a lot, but it's easy to do, trust me. Once you get there, the company starts unlocking paying into your debt or a retirement plan of your choosing. But like I said, they'll set you up with a financial coach, so you already know where you're going to want to put that money by the time you get there. I knew that it was going to be in my best interest to put it towards my car and to continue to pay the same payment, knocking down that principal balance like wildfire and skyrocketing my credit in the process. So glad. I had no idea about this stuff. So that's amazing. So at this point is where I like to say, it's kind of cheesy, but the world is in your hands. And in this world, like, we live in a gratifying world where you can pick up social media and literally have anything you want at your fingertips. So we do everything else on here. Why not work on here, right? But definitely you probably fall into 1 of 3 categories right now. No, this isn't for me at all. And I understand totally if it's not, but I guarantee you know somebody that it's for. I know you know somebody who has pain, anxiety, depression, sleep issues, mood issues, financial illness. Or maybe you're someone that is like, well, this sounds cool. I'll try some products and help Miranda out. That's great. I want to talk to you. Let's talk more and see what best fits your needs. Or your bucket 3, which is let's do this. And those are my favorite type of people because we can truly help you create a legacy. And if you want to create a legacy, all you have to do is say yes and step in the boat. So again, thank you so much for your time. I tried to be quick as possible. And I hope that you have a wonderful night.